We got Jamahal Hill back here on the program. He's going to be taking on Paul Craig this time at UFC 263 on June 12th. Jamal, how's it going, man? How are you?
I'm good, brother. Locked in. It's been a good camp, and I'm ready to get it in. I'm ready to get it going.
Yeah,
How about yourself? How you doing?
I'm doing great. Always appreciate you asking. Everything's good, but really excited to see this fight get rebooked. I know the last fight was supposed to take place earlier this year. You got COVID. Did you figure out how you got COVID, or was it just one of those things you just started noticing the symptoms?
I think I know how. I ain't really trying to put nobody on the spot or no shit like that. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I dealt with it. I went through what I had to go through, and I'm just ready to keep moving forward. I'm ready to get this fight in.
Yeah, no, I know. We're all really excited about the matchup. I remember you kind of posting some stuff on social media about it was pretty bad. Like you said, you had some lung problems. Like, what were some of the symptoms that you had? Because I know it hits everyone differently.
Man, I've dealt with when it first hit me, I had a fever. I had a really bad fever, and then the body aches. Body aches, them was bad. And then as it progresses, it changes. The symptoms change a little bit. The fever went down, then it went from that to chest congestion, chest tightness. On into the next week, I started getting headaches, and then stomach pains. Then it rounded out to me coughing up in my mucus. I spit out. I coughed up some. First it was blood in the mucus. Then the last little episode of it was just blood. Then I'm assuming that's it leaving your body or something. But yeah, then it took me about 3 weeks to recover fully, and then I've been good. I've been good since.
That's good. When did you actually get back to training full time? Like, do you remember?
Maybe like the last few days of March.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so you've had more than a month of good training, which is good. So
yeah.
Okay, good to see you.
Get back in as soon as possible.
Yeah, no, for sure. Style-wise, how do you look at this fight? You kind of talked about it last time, but maybe it's changed. Maybe you look at this fight differently than the last time we spoke.
What do you mean style-wise?
Just like the matchup, how you feel like you match up against him here.
I feel like I match up, but I feel like he don't match up to me at all. I mean, I feel I got his number in every aspect of his game, and I just can't wait to show it. We already know he don't want to stand with me. He knows he don't want to stand with me. He feels he has better jiu-jitsu. Maybe that's just where he feels, that comfortable, but he'll learn. Maybe if he's good enough, he'll learn. Down there, it ain't no joke. It's brutal. Yeah. I'm even more brutal on the ground than I am standing.
Yeah, is that something, I mean, obviously you don't want to go into his world, but you feel comfortable on the ground with him because that's sort of what he's known for is his submission game.
It's all my world. This is all my world. This is my dimension. You know what I mean? So there is no his world. There is no his game. It's whatever the fuck I want. You know what I mean? Period. That's even like OSP. People said the same thing against OSP. I was going to take OSP down. OSP didn't want to go to the ground.
Yeah. No, good point. Training partners, who you mainly getting to work with for this camp?
You already know I'm rocking with my big dog Brett Martin. Yep. It's always great work with him. He's got he's bigger. He's an all-American wrestler. He's been in jiu-jitsu, killing it, and his hands have improved. So I get a lot of great work from him. I get a lot of great work from one of my instructors, Justin Andrews. He's also like one of my main training partners as well. I got my guy Frank. I got a bunch of guys. My young dogs, Jace, Jordan McDonald, Michael Taylor. I got a bunch of guys that we all pour into each other. We make sure we get good work in.
So I know you saw my interview with Brett last week. He's got a bit of an edge now, like with his personality, which I think kind of rubbed off from you. Do you notice that in the gym that he's kind of, and I like it, and I don't blame him. Like his opponent gets signed to the UFC. Brett was the one who should have got the call. I think we can all agree on that. But Brett's kind of got this attitude with him. Have you seen that like in a good way? You could see him really fired up for this fight for XFC this weekend.
he's man, he's irritated, you know,
Yeah.
he's really irritated. You know, he's been putting the work in. He's there's no what's the difference between his resume and a lot of these other guys' resume that are getting a call? You know, there's no difference. And he sees that, he knows that. These guys are acting scared to fight him, but yet and still they're getting jumped up to the big show and shit. So yeah, he's frustrated. That's where that edge comes from. The edge comes from frustration and
Hmm.
him knowing, you know, Brett wanted to come out. He wanted to be the humble guy. He wanted to be, you know what I mean, the nice laid back guy and shit. But you know, you keep poking at the bear. You know what I mean. You keep poking at the dog and insulting the dog. You keep calling him, you know what I mean, stuff like that. You gonna start to get some teeth. You
Yeah.
gonna start to see the teeth. You know, and that's what that is. You know, he wants his respect, and he's not asking for it. He's what he's asking for is the opportunity to get it. He
Yeah.
just wants the opportunity. That's all he wants. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I don't feel he's earned it.
No, I think we can all agree, and I like the XFC pairing for him because the focus is going to be on him. He's not going to be buried on the prelims and like another promotion, right? So I think we're really going to get to see him showcased in this fight. So excited for that.
I'm definitely excited for it. I got to be up in the morning. I'm flying out to Iowa tomorrow.
Oh, you are
So
cornering him. I wasn't sure about that. That's awesome. Okay,
I'm not cornering him, but
just going out to support him.
I'm going to be there.
Good for you,
He's
man.
got our coaches and everything like that. You know, if I am in the corner, you know, I'm just there support. You know, I'm just there support. You know, if I see a couple things, you know, I relay it to the coaches, but I let the coaches do their job.
Yeah.
You know.
Back to you. How's your weight cut going? Because you talked about getting sick. I'm sure you lost a bit of weight during that time. Did you or no?
Nah, not really.
No. Okay.
COVID, no, not really. I actually ended up gaining back up a little bit, getting some more weight back. So you know, I had to knock it back down. You know, quarantine, you just in here, man. I was just in the house, you know. So I was eating. You know what I mean, whatever I could do to pass the time by.
Hmm. Good stuff. Who's going to be in the corner for your fight?
Same guys. I'm gonna have my head coach, Chad Pomeroy, my assistant coach, my striking coach, Johnny Gregoire. He's gonna be there, and then one of my main training partners and instructor, Justin Andrews. He'll be in my corner.
How's this fight playing out on June 12th?
Dominantly for me. You know me. I expect nothing short of dominance. But this one, I expect dominance and brutality. I mean, it's going to be brutal. It's going to be painful. It's going to be violent. You know, that's what I have on the cards for Paul Craig. He stepped across a line that you don't step across with me. I'm not one of those type of fighters that you play with like that, and I'm not one of those type of people you play with like that. And yeah, man, he get a little too far into the game, into the playing of the game and stuff, and his people they done got a little way too disrespectful. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a message. I'm definitely coming with a message. Don't fucking play with me.
Finish here has got to put you in that conversation of some of those bigger names in the division. Is that kind of what you're looking at here? Nothing against Paul Craig, but you know what I'm talking about. Those guys that are right up there close to the title. Is that kind of what you're looking at with a win here?
Yeah, I mean, I've already been vocal about who I want. And in some interviews and on social media, I'd like to fight Yuri Prohashkov. You know,
I was going to
everybody.
ask you about that. What did you think of his win over Dominic Reyes? Because I personally, and I wanted to get your thoughts on this, I thought Reyes fought a good fight. He threw the kitchen sink, but Yuri survived, and then Yuri just took advantage. How did you see that fight?
I think Yuri's flow was just stronger, was just better. He was just more in rhythm and more feeling it. Even when Dom landed shots, he was landing one shot. Yuri was landing multiple shots. I'll take multiple shots over one shot. You know what I mean? Any day. And yeah, he looked good. He looked real good. He looked real good. Dom didn't look bad either. He just looked a little bit behind the flow and behind what Yuri was doing, which excited me, man. I like guys that like that flow. I like the flow of a fight, you know. And I feel like that's something I do very well, and I feel like that'll be a real. I think against somebody like Yuri, that's a really good way for me to show how my greatness, you know, and the things that I truly do well, and entertaining and how marketable my fighting is, my how I am as a fighter. I think that would be a good box office fight.
How does the fight between the two of you play out? Because, it's interesting because I think there's two guys in your division who do things that you don't see other people doing. One of them is Yuri. I think the other one's you. That's what would intrigue me to see you guys fight.
Yeah, I think it'd be a fun fight. I think it'd be a high level, high level. You get to see some flow, some striking, some 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 unusual tools used on both sides. But and ultimately, I feel what he does, I do way a lot better. So I feel, yeah, especially if he tries to flow with me, I feel I'd get him out of there. I'd get him out of there.
Yeah, no, it's really looking forward to that fight. Okay, before we go, one thing I wanted to give you props for. I was looking on your Facebook, and this is a couple months back. I think I forgot to mention it in the last interview, but I really like how you with your kids, you tell them that you love them, and it's kind of we're in it's a society where we're a lot of big macho guys, but you're one of the scariest guys I've ever seen in the cage, and here you are, telling your kids, how much you care for them. Where did that come from, man? Because I know that must be, for some guys they don't want to admit that stuff, but you're willing to go there, and I think it's something, and I even do it with my son every day, just reminding him how much I care for him. Where did that come from for you?
And it comes from the love I have for them. I want them to know. I've lost a lot of people. And when I was younger, I was kind of like that. I didn't really take pictures or anything. I got a lot of regrets from some people that I lost, and I don't want that. It's not just my kids. I tell my brothers, my sisters, my friend, my people close to me, my coaches. I let them know I love them all the time. You know what I'm saying? I let them know how I feel. I don't wait till I'm not into waiting until people are gone to give them their flowers. I want to give them their flowers while they're here. And that's what that is.
That's good, man. It's a great message, and I'd like to see more guys, sort of say that, because I think it needs to be more, kind of, in our society, because it's so important to know that you're cared for, and we got a lot of issues right now in society, but that's one of them I think we can fix, is kind of telling people how we feel.
I know what I can do. I know when I flip the switch what I can become. So I don't need to walk around and try to portray that. You know what I'm saying? All I need to do is be myself and be me, and that's who I am. Who I am is letting my people know how I feel about them, caring for my people, looking after my people. And yeah, man, that's what it's all about. To me, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, it's a great message, and this is a great fight, man. UFC 263, June 12th. Anyone you want to thank, Jamal? Any sponsors? Any social media? I'll give you the last word.
Oh yeah, man! I want to give a shout out and thank you to everybody that supports me, even the people that's hating on me. You help create this show. I appreciate that. I want to give a shout out to my sponsor at Lizard Lick Apparel, Next Day Construction. The people that's been rocking with me, all my team back out at Black Lion, my head instructor, my head coach, Chad Pomeroy, Johnny Grigware, Justin Andrews, Jesse Shefton, Coiler Gracie, all my guys that grind with me. I got to give a shout out to my big dog Brett Martin. Jace Jones, Jordan McDonald, Michael Taylor. Yeah, man. Isaiah Thomas, all my guys. And the list goes on. My brothers, my sisters, my kids, everybody, my kids, their mothers. Anybody who sacrificed even a little bit for me to be able to do what I do. I appreciate it.